Welcome everybody to another episode of Mobbing with James McDonald. I got Mr. Stretch on the phone. A lot of y'all might be familiar with him. Real good cat. Uh, he got a story to tell. I wanna start off with Stretch. So Stretch, let everybody know who you are.
I think you did that already.
No, no. Where you from?
I'm just,
What's going on with Stretch? That type of thing.
I'm from, you feel me?
Right.
Say that, you know what I mean? It's strange. I just, I'm a body of this space, but, you know what I mean?
This call is being recorded.
Okay, you gotta
I
speak up
say
a
it
little
like
louder.
that because I say it like that, hold on, I say it like that because, where I'm at right now in my life, you feel me? I'm not on that unless somebody put me on that. You trying to get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I get it totally. Well, I'm sitting there talking to Stretch.
So
Me
go
and
ahead.
me and Stretch been talking for a minute, and you know, just listening to Stretch story, where Stretch is at, where at in the point of his life, trying to do right, trying to change his life. You know, he has a newborn. Well, how old is your daughter? 4 months.
She's 4 months.
Okay,
And then my so shout out to her.
all the time. So I'm trying to see what's going on, man. I mean, you got a story with Death Row, you and Suge, um, and many others out there. I heard one of your stories about uh, Suge Knight and the money, that infamous day. No, we listening to you now.
No. I'm asking because it's that came up so many times, right? And to be honest, like the nigga moved on, you know what I'm saying? And then I did tell the story because, it was asked to me and like just now and that had what I told had happened, Um, because now, that brings him in the conversation, you know what I'm saying? BJ, you feel me, from my neighborhood, you know, because there was two stories and it was like it's crossed up, how these tabloids or how these podcast dudes talk, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, they twisted the story, like little BJ said they got him for 500,000, but this dude, over there, you know, stretched off saying, hey, I don't know what he talking about. We did definitely have, him, signing a fine, check. And so
This call is being recorded.
that got squared away. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you knew about the incident when you was over there, when they went in the gym, when they went in the bathroom, and then, I know you was over there, y'all had things, everybody had things, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But Suge went in the bathroom with Rat Dog and I guess Big Greenhouse, right?
Uh huh.
And so, you know, uh, when Oz and them, and my nigga rest in peace, Oz and them went in there, that was a whole separate incident. I don't know what was trying, as far as the don't know. That wasn't my business. I wasn't there. I was in prison at the time. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So I was up on these 4 yards. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, I'm blessed to make the body, but I was on these 4 yards doing what I do. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it at that. I was trying to, you know, get this time up off me.
Right, right.
You hear me, MJ? I was trying to get this time off. I was fighting out in the law library. I was really, like, for real. I was studying my case. You know what I'm saying? A nigga learn how to file red habeas corpus and you know what I'm saying, and mandates and risk. You know what I'm saying? Shit, rid of mandates and shit. You feel me?
Right.
On my own though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was hitting the law library and I was like getting books and I was asking things. You know what I mean? I knew that I had been wronged and I was wrongly and falsely in prison. And I did 26 years straight for a crime that I didn't commit, and they knew it. They knew it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. 26 years is a long time.
Yeah. I walked it up. The whole 26, knowing that I commit that crime. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow. And not only I just didn't commit the crime, it's how they convicted me. You see what I'm saying? They knew I committed the crimes that they had prosecuted me for. And they went to great lengths to convict me to where they had, you know, 2 separate cases with the same DA. She was a hardcore district, you know what I'm saying, attorney. And she was a female, white, you know how they are.
So they were just out for you, and they found the way to convict you.
Yes, sir.
Because of who you are and because what you.
Well, it wasn't even just about me anymore. See, it was about this DA. She was ambitious and she wanted to go into that, and she was white and she was a hardcore prosecutor. Now watch this. They prosecuted me and tried me on one charge where I received 2 dismissals. I received dismissal and 2 hung juries. A favorable hung jury, MJ. 9-3. 9 said not guilty. The witnesses said it wasn't me. They knew they lied, but she couldn't let it go. I got a dismissal, a hung jury, and a guilty. That's how many times they tried me on that charge. Yes, sir. So, and then the witnesses recanted because he ain't lied. Signed 2 sworn affidavits. I still have them, and I still got the transcripts. Understand, the witnesses said, yeah, we got our gun too, but it wasn't him. That's what they said in trial. It wasn't him. All 3 trials. And those facts. Now, I didn't come on here to really talk about that.
Right.
This call is being recorded.
I had to go ahead and put that out there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and that's facts. So, it's like, you know, when I was in there, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, I was in the law libraries when I was on the yard. You know what I'm saying? And I was pushing the big thing. You know what I'm saying? And the homies that was around me, it was all love, real ones. And the shit wasn't right, and it had to be right. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the last time we talked, you was telling me about you was on a song. You was more. What's a good word for it? You was out there, and in that area, in that era, where
you talking Pyro Love days?
Yeah. So
go ahead.
I didn't know that you were, doing the rapping and all that stuff. Yeah.
No, see, I've been fucking around since the early 80s with my brother, and then we was, and then, but the really early 90s with them, but as far as me, rapping. I was on East Side, West Side as well. I didn't know if you knew that.
No.
Yeah. I'm the third verse on the original East Side, West Side on the Young Soldiers. Yeah, homies, Young Stretch. Hey, but listen, I thought you should know that. Yep, on the Young Soldiers, East Side, West Side on the third verse.
Okay.
Not on the remix. The remix was on damn. The remix was on fucking Snoop shit. Murder was case. It was on there, the remix. And I'm not on there because I was incarcerated. But both my brothers is on that.
Okay, both of your brothers
This
are?
call is being recorded.
My young brother, who was that Stone, and that's my young brother. He a Kiwi. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's from Watts, like me, but he my youngest brother. Now, him and Lil Stretch is on there. So, on the remix, that's when they signed with Suge. See, they signed with Suge with Death Row, and they did the remix because Suge liked the song. East Side, West Side was popping everywhere in 92, 93, 94, 95. East Side was banging. All the parties, everything. You go in the club, you gonna hear it. East Side, nigga, West Side, it's going crazy.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, so they that's the remix, but on the original Young Soldiers, when they were still under the Bang and Wax label with Ronnie Phillips, and he rest in peace. Shout out to Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the producer who put everything together with the Crip Blood out. Bang and Wax.
So where was you at the time they did the remix?
Okay, the remix, I was in jail.
Okay.
I was in the county jail, like my dumb ass is now. You know what I'm saying? But I was in, but both my brothers, like I said, they flowed on that. Okay, but then, you know what I'm saying, MJ, 95, if you remember, they should, this was still really at the time, and therefore was time, y'all was, you had to be, the Soul Train Awards after party, 95, still do a big thing out, in West LA somewhere. I forgot where it was at.
This call is being recorded.
And if you remember, on DJ Quick album, he gave a shout out to the boy from the 60s who had lost his life that night.
Yeah.
I was at that party.
Yeah, I was there too.
Okay, so if you remember, they did East Side, West Side, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, I was the first one to come out on that song.
Oh, okay.
Because my young brother from the Watts Front of the Crib was in jail. He was in the county, in Orange County jail somewhere. And so Suge and my brother asked me would I do my baby brothers first. And I'm like, shit, why wouldn't I? So that night when Young Soldiers came out, I was the one who started it off. On East Side, West Side, I did my baby brothers first.
Okay.
Suge, Green Eyes was standing, and so you had to be right there because I and Suge was talking. They was watching me when I came out. And after we did it, I came down and me and Suge was talking. He was like, yeah, man, I gave your brothers some money, help you out. Man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And then we moved on,
Right.
But that incident happened, and we all started going out the back. Yeah, niggas, you feel me? Yeah, that night. Snoop performed that night. You remember? He
Yeah.
came out with Dougie Fresh, and Dougie Fresh did the Lottie Dottie, him and Snoop, remember?
I was on the side of the stage.
This call is being recorded.
Yeah, so we was right there together, you know, amongst each other's presence.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, I was really trying to convey about changing the way in the mind frame of thinking of our youth.
Okay.
So that they may have a fighting chance. You get what I'm saying? So they can have a fighting chance.
To do what?
About to have a better future.
Well, I'm still confused about that. How do you go by changing the minds of young cats that already have a mindset of, being a gangster, being from the streets?
Yeah. Just how you go about changing the mind?
Yeah, the young cats out there today that don't want to listen to the OGs or don't hear nothing.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It has to be at a certain age. You know, a lot of those is far gone. I don't never want to say unreachable, but I'm just gonna be, 100 that this got to be the young youth that we can reach. The ones that we feel that we can't. So it had to be at a certain age level.
This call is being recorded.
What age level is that?
The goal is to break that vicious cycle. Say that again?
What age is that?
I would say, and I hate to put a number on it, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got to know where to start. Do we start with
and I'm gonna be 100. No, that was me just thinking out loud. I'm still give you the answer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just was like thinking out loud on that one. But you look at like, I would say 14, I would say that's in that range. Right there, because
let me say this, Stretch. The day that we did OFTB video in the Nickersons, there were cats younger than 14 was ready to go. And
definitely.
Yeah, and they start off young, ready.
So what I'm saying is, see, the influence is highly there in between all that whole age bracket from 18 down, because that's the age. But those young ones can still be reached in that age. But there's a method to it. It has to be like there's a method to it. And I know it.
Well, when we figured that out, then we would know how to approach. But until we figure out that,
right?
I mean, we just as lost as they are.
I didn't hear that first part you said.
I said until we figure out the age bracket and what approach to take when we come across these.
I figured it out already.
I would love to know.
Yeah, so we have to have money to be able to have a facility somewhere. where everything, you know what I'm saying, is set up where we have a workforce that with this facility, you know, we are isolating the ones that we know, and we're talking to them and sharing with them a whole different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And that's breaking the cycle. Then we have a day where the parent comes. Some will show, but that day, you know what I'm saying? That day, they see we can get them to come once, you know, maybe a week or something, you know, but getting involved because we're gonna have to be reaching them as well. You know what I mean?
And so
we need a team.
can we start with the parents and have the parents be accountable for their kids at a young age?
I don't want to say because we can't make them be accountable right now at this point. So because that vicious cycle is already instilled in them. See, because what's been done has been done decades ago. You know, we can even go to a city, you know, because this mentality, this slave mentality has been, you know, like almost like genetically mutated, man. You know, in this modern day slavery.
This call is being recorded.
Breaking the chain in the thought, we know it's being recorded, breaking the chain in the thought process. And so we'll have to individually say, maybe we got 2 or 3 over here. So when we take them and one every day, we're going to be able to break that and show them something different.
Right.
You know? But then it got to come from those like us who have been in a situation that can say, nigga, I've been shot, I've been stabbed. I've been stabbed, nigga, I've been shot, nigga, I've been there already. This, or, you know, to be able to and say, you know, that they can see that been through that struggle. Not just somebody from the outside who ain't been through nothing trying to tell them something.
Right.
You know? It's coming from real, you know, from the real.
So let me ask
you. So this high, yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. So in your current position right now, do you think you can reach the young cats in there that you know and see that's in there their first time? The cats that you know that are kind of like nervous being where you at?
Hell no, bro. Hey, listen, boss. Hey, these niggas is gold. And I hate to laugh and say it too, but Joe, for real though. No, man, listen, you might can reach, you know, you might monitor. Niggas is gang banging in this bitch. Niggas is still lost. Niggas is tripping. There's the black on black is like crazy out here on the main line. So, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, yeah, so this is why I said we have to reach the babies. Fly on the window, man. We got to get blood.
Well,
no,
I mean,
we gotta be able to reach. Like I said, see, let me just share this with you, and this is real shit. Right before I got incarcerated right now, I got locked up to county jail, my nigga, for this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? My young homies in the neighborhood got kids. They don't really understand how to raise them, and then disconnect has been going on so long. You hear what I'm saying?
right.
That niggas is lost. And so there's not just a disconnect with the young niggas, there's with the women as well, because this you know, we know what they did to, you know, so they try to say accountability is a strong word when you have when something that's been so you know, routine. It's like, you know, you come out the womb, you know what I'm saying? Your mama tell you, you know, those, you know, they don't even know how to raise the young kids nowadays. Nobody understands that nobody understands that we in war, we in a fight, we in war, and then we at war with ourselves, and then we fucked up. I'ma just give it to you raw. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is fucked up. The kids is lost. So when I was in the hood just now, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, they built the Rams thing back there, and you know, Kobe White did a lot back, and the niggas was in the back at the gym field and shit. I was back there fucking with the kids, my nigga.
Right.
And if a nigga had more time with them, I would have changed their thought process. It's about, you know, being there and having time to spend with them and being with them. You know, not just one day come through and, oh, what's up? See, they see me the whole lot. Right before I came to jail, I had this, I had I had a car, you know, my car on it, but I had this bike that my homie gave me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tick. You know what I'm saying? Wow, look, I had this, you know, I had this nice bike, right?
Uh-huh.
And I used to, it was a Honda CX 220 something.
This call is being recorded.
Brought all the little young niggas, you know, take them to the store. You know what I'm saying? You know, with my EBT card, niggas, I had one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I get them all candy and get them what they want. They had their money, be like, some of them had their money. I got somebody just ride me to the, man, you want me to ride you all the way to get this candy? And all, yeah, come on. And I take them. And I come back and ride all their little ass. So then I sit back there in the back and walk me. You know, I used to fuck with them. Some person shit, man, come here. I talk to them, how they gonna understand it. You
right.
feel me?
Let me piggyback on. Let me piggyback on something you had said. You had said that the little homies having kids and they don't know how to be or raise their kids. Do you think? I know.
I didn't know. Go ahead.
But don't you think when you become a parent that it's natural instincts to know how to be a parent? Some of us don't get it. Some of us don't want to do it, but you have the majority of that know how to be parents right off the bat. I say that because I had a conversation with my nephew when he first had his first daughter. I don't know how to be a dad. And my whole thing too, Doodle, was it's going to come natural. It ain't nothing to be nervous about.
They really don't. They really don't. Until you get some level of understanding to look, big dog. I see a lot of we've been lost. Niggas that fucked up. I've been reading books for some years. A lot of these books I still read, you know, and it's about the condition. It's about what's been already. You know, most of we fall like in this vicious cycle off the triple. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like niggas gotta understand, right? And like I said, we at war. We being knocked down from all angles. The food that they feed our kids. You know what I'm saying? The medicines, everything, and then we killing ourselves. We gang banging, tripping, but it's the conditioning. We separated from everything. You got together, you got the little niggas, you got the church, you got the politics, you got the uppity niggas, the good niggas, the house niggas. We fucked up, and then we gang banging. We all over the place.
Right.
And niggas don't want to listen, and it's hard to reach the young niggas because this is it's like they automatically come out and get right involved because it's at our front doors. And then I won't say there's somebody out there doing anything. It's just that niggas don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And we have to understand that it's about raising our kids in our homes. Within the home, you got to know what to do. That's where it started. And
then at the end of the day, you got to start off with making the right choices. And I'm saying that from how I grew up and the shit. Wait, let me tell you how.
Tell me what's the right choices.
Anytime.
Let's be real, big dog. When a nigga living in the house, your brother gang bang, your mama hood, your daddy, he ain't around. What the choices? A nigga don't know. He gonna see it's the influence of what I'm saying to you. homie.
Yeah, and I'm going your way because both of my brothers, we all did the same thing. We gang banged. And wait a minute, but those were our choices. So at the end of the day, we have to learn and understand and make better choices. Growing up and getting wait a minute.
Let's get to that word choices.
Okay.
I didn't know, so that's why I'm speaking to myself. Look at this, homie. When you say choices, right?
Yeah.
Having even a level of understanding what the choices is, what is choices in our neighborhood.
I can tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
I can tell you. I made a choice when I went to prison and got out of prison in 1988. I made a choice. I made a clear decision not to go back to prison. And I haven't been in a prison.
To go to prison, right?
Well, I'm glad it took me to go to prison because now I see. I understand. I know what I did to go to prison, so now I got to find and make better choices for me not to go back to prison. And it worked. I've been out of prison since 1988.
Now, I ain't saying it didn't work. We ain't finna watch this, big dog.
Okay.
Let me explain this to you right here, champ.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Coming from another big dog. I'm speaking on a level of you made a decision.
This call is being recorded.
You went to jail, so this speaks not just about you, but just people, me, you, and in general, homie. A nigga went to jail, and we're talking about the youth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was a young cat when I went.
They going to YA, going to camp and all that, right? You have to understand, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's everything in our food. You have to really, listen, our kids, the food is even teaching them how, it's not, but it's things in the food that is even, it's the things we giving them that we allow them to go get, they're going to get regardless anyway. You feel me? Because it's already been from day one, because like I said, it starts at home. But ADHD, everything.
Right.
A nigga mentality, a kid mentality ain't thinking about no choices. How many little niggas we know you got in the hood? He thinking about choices. Do you even understand choices?
Right, and that's why.
Choices until wait a minute, you don't understand choices till you probably went to the big house, right? A nigga went to one of the big places. By the time a nigga that did that, a nigga already of age. We talking about reaching the youth, homie.
Yeah, that's two different subjects.
So look, this is what I'm saying. Because you have a chance with them. You know what I mean? Now, and like I said, they're the future, but if it's not being taught within the home, it's not going to work. And let me explain that to you. See, in our homes, what we're learning off the dribble is coming from TV, what we see around us. So a nigga coming out the womb already was strikes against him. We ain't talking about our color neither. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So our kids listening and watching TV, we seeing the violence, we seeing this, we seeing our homes this, we seeing our homes this, we seeing all the separation, we seeing everything. But if we don't start teaching our kids before you have TV, before any of that, we have to start raising our kids, you know what I'm saying, to have an understanding, to break that cycle, that way of thinking, homie.
Right.
Because once, even when they go to these public schools, you know what's going on. These indoctrinations, you know, feel me, are being installed in us. Off the dribble.
That's real tough.
You understand what I'm saying? It's about their way of life. So everything from us we know have already been stripped. From our last names to who the fuck we are. So if nobody is teaching the kids in the home, you know what I'm saying, they're saying, hey, listen, we got to understand that we at war. It's a fight, bro. And for us to get our identity back and our culture back, you have to start teaching these babies in the house. But you got to know what to teach these babies in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to change our way. We have to change our diets, the way that we eat, feeding our kids. Obesity is a problem. because we are being knocked off slowly, but we don't see it. It's a silent war. Niggas is fucked up. They're feeding our kids this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? On top of, you feel me, the education that we think we're giving them, when it's really an indoctrination. You get what I'm saying?
But are we contributing to that ourselves? Are we helping ourselves destroy ourselves?
Here's the thing. It is our fault. It is our fault. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to agree with you. It's our fault. Because we the ones who have to make the change. Right. But is it our fault that it was done this way? Ask yourself that. See? And why it was done that way. See? To keep us from the truth, to keep us, to exterminate us, to what? Look at the products that are being given to our kids. Not only from McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Even the stuff that we go buy. You got to know what to be able to go get your kids and feed them. Our bodies wasn't meant for these diets, for these things that we eat and stuff. And I'm a victim of it. And
this call is being recorded.
I'm still a product of it.
Right.
Fuck choices. It's about teaching and educating. And we got to start educating them in the homes, bro. Niggas gotta start talking to these babies. I can talk this bunny on the shit, brother, and all that. Nigga, I'm day one. I'm a real nigga and I'm a big dog about the set. But I don't give a fuck about that no more.
Right.
I don't. But, you might hear me say blood every blue moon. I'm gonna say it right now, right? I ain't beef from the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But real talk. A nigga got to know, Mom James, what to teach these babies, bro. And if you don't start, we need facilities that are teaching our children the truth. You know, starting the home. We have to start talking to these young parents but they so far gone, it's hard. So we have to have a facility where we getting around the kids until the parents start coming and they see that it's real. And they flock to the truth. And by they being young, you can still catch them.
Right.
It starts with the youth. It starts with the babies. You know what I'm saying? Choices, they got to start with them. You have to understand this way of these choices and start them at young. Before they start seeing this TV shit, before we even send them off to the goddamn public schools. But if the parents don't know what to teach them, then we just continue contributing to this vicious cycle.
Right.
We believing in the American way. We still looking for them for help. You know what I'm saying? We still killing each other. We still hating each other. We moved out our neighborhoods trying to be, and now, not saying you don't want to move out, but we got to try to build where we come from. And, we got at least. But then we leave, and then what? Now the Spanish is taking over everything. You know what I'm saying? You go to those neighborhoods all around. You don't see nothing but, see no niggas really, you know what I mean? Unless they hanging niggas somewhere in a certain section, in a house somewhere or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Every corner you hit, every housing section out, from Inglewood, Compton, Watts, Long Beach, everywhere. South Central, you go, you're like, man, that's just our neighborhood areas. So now, we've been so displaced everywhere, from the Hispanic migration over here, that's what Trump been doing, what the hell he been doing, trying to stop him coming over here. They are flooded. So all our neighborhoods is really gone. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
No, because this phone be tripping sometime. I was just checking, big dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, when a nigga don't know, see, I read a lot of books that illuminated me into a little bit of knowledge. And I said a little bit because knowledge is so infinite. Okay, it's so minute, but I've read quite a few books. You know, I've read books like Children of the Matrix by David Icke, The Chariots of the Gods by Eric Daniken. You understand? The People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. You know, The Epic of Gilgamesh. I've read quite a few other books. You know, 48 All the Power type books and things. You know, The Art of Seduction. But it's about grasping things about these books and then putting your thought process with it and then let it manifest in that way. Because, you know, so me doing that, you know, I'm able to share with these kids. And not only these kids, these youngsters here, you know, it's some of them, you know. I even reached through these old niggas something.
This call is being recorded.
But like I said, you got to know what to say and how to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So being incarcerated right now, you never thought about sitting down and writing your own book?
Yeah. I'm a Gemini. I get bored fast and I hate writing. Even though my cursive is pretty good, my penmanship is good. And, you know, I hate writing. I wrote out a lot. I hate writing. I'm gonna leave it at that. I just laugh and just sit down and read dates. That's the only problem with that. But no, you know, like homie on some real shit. You know, I gotta get stressed the fact that, you know, how we're being attacked and then we're attacking ourselves. That's the main key. And if niggas ain't trying to teach their kids some real shit, then niggas don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? But then you gotta look at it and say, well, damn, you know, because there's a lot of us that got to the point that we know, but niggas are still kind of stuck in that straddle defense shit. You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. And
that part.
I think we're just stagnated. I think the most of us don't know what to believe. Or
right. See,
you know,
you said a cold word right there. No, don't know what to believe or don't know what to do.
Right.
I had to put that with it. Don't know what to believe. Don't know what to believe in. We're so close up by the church. You know what I'm saying? We're so close up by politics. We fucked up. We don't even think nothing about ourselves. They're okay, both I'll just do it. Okay, I believe in this. You want me to do this? You want me to act this way? Or I'm going to act out? Come on, my nigga. So the only way to bring a change is to start being hard on the youth. Gotta go hard on the babies. And then start talking to these young parents. One day I was sitting in the back of the gym field in the Nicholson Garden. My homegirls walked up, 2 or 3 of them, right? And they young, they're probably about like in their late 20s, mid 20s, and they sit down and then like I said, it's a vibe. Not I'm gonna be like you. I think I want to get on this phone thing with you. Let me talk to y'all. No, but they opened up. You know what I mean? I think I had recorded it. They let me record. That was the whole key of it. Yeah, they let me record. I just didn't show their faces.
Right.
But I got them to open up. That's the moral of the story. They sit down and share their stories with me. Now, I'm their big homie. I'm really a nigga from the set.
Right.
They look up to me. So they like, damn, but they opened up. And I was like, dang, I don't know. I was like, big stretch. You know, they start saying shit. You know, like, I got a daughter, but one of the homegirls, like, I really don't know how to raise her. But I want to see if not that I don't know how to raise her. I raised her, you know what I mean? But I don't know, am I doing it the way it's really supposed to be done? And then the other one opened up, and she starts to, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had that match to be able to get, you know, it's that leadership in a whole nother level. Yeah, I can run. I can lead niggas on the yard or in the hood on this, but what about on some real shit? But when I talked to them and I said all that because my aura that I give off, they opened up.
This call is being recorded.
And then I got them to open up to talk about personal things, their kids, things that are close to them. That a lot of them would share. You get what I'm saying? Just based on with anybody. Now, when it comes to niggas, I've done it on those levels as well. From the county, the only problem is when it comes to niggas, I done brought 50, 60 niggas together. I held the floor, shared some shit with niggas. When we finished, this is the way style. When we finished, I finished talking to them and sharing with them. If I'd have said, let's go right now, took off on whatever it was, they was ready.
Right.
You feel me? The conviction
Right.
was so strong. The conviction was so strong. No, on my mama, in this county jail, and then I could talk about that. I marched 90 bloods across the yard. You feel me? I had niggas together in counter-touching race to go tear something up because of niggas that, you feel me, another race to disrespect it. You know what I'm saying? And just bullshit that we got to go handle. So, but now this is how shit I do for the kids. So it can be done, but you gotta know what to tell them. And you gotta be constant. I just sitting back in the gym and I'm gonna keep talking about it, giving the kids shit. Hey, stress over here. They go, I ain't got no money right now. Then I'm gonna tell them I did. And if I did, they down there break my pocket sometimes. Sometimes they couldn't break it. I got it for them.
Right.
I pull up and I got a bag and I done ball all of my ice cream and get what y'all want. And mama, you don't need all that stuff. Ain't nobody telling you let you get what you want. You didn't want no big stick, no popsicle. You feel me?
Right.
Now you want to do him like that. Do what you want, my young nigga. My young niggas. And see, this the thing, right?
I'm listening to you.
I didn't hear you, big dog. Say that one more time, because I'm just saying something.
Yeah, I said I'm listening to you. What's the thing?
No, like the young niggas, man, they love real niggas. And they looking for the leadership. It just gotta be done right. It can't be for and that's the only way you'll be able to open up and talk to them and share with them. And it can't be for gratification.
Right.
Understanding that, what I'm saying? Like, some of these books I was reading was, like I said, it was opening up a light in my third eye. But look how long it took, because and what they had to go to jail, go to prison and all that to get some understanding and some knowledge. Fuck all that. And then like I said, if you don't know that we are at war, then you're lost, and there's a lost cause. I don't need to fuck with you.
Well, I think that's what's going on right now, because we got all these mass shootings. We got young men getting killed coming out of the store. So I think we at a loss right now.
Yeah, because that level of violence has been so perpetuated so long. That's what we're talking about now, breaking that shit.
Right.
That's what I'm saying now. Where do we stop? When are they going to try to break it? And I'm telling you that I believe the only way to dissolve this and resolve this is to be able to reach the babies, bro. It got to start with the youth. And the older niggas is too far gone. The older one, you got to cut it. You give it up. But no, here's the thing with that. But you got to cut the line. But the thing about it is that the spirits, we are so connected. Once they see, niggas start to see that niggas is on what a nigga on, niggas gonna get involved.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly. That's facts. I look at it like this.
Once they see it, and they say, damn, them niggas doing something for the man, and it's looking good, and it's real niggas doing it. And niggas gonna get involved.
Okay, let me ask you this.
It gotta be pulled together.
Let me ask you this, Stretch. And you know, a lot of the cats of our age, in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, they went from being gang bangers to gang members. because they're not active as they was at a younger age in their 30s. So those guys are able to be reached because we are talking. And 30 years ago, we wouldn't be sitting here talking the way we talk, right?
Right.
So I believe reaching the 50 and the 60-year-old brothers that out there saying cuz blood
This call is being recorded.
and putting it on Power Rule, they're not gang bangers. They reverted from being gang bangers to gang members. Is a difference. So they just repping the hood. Really not a factor. You kind of understand the concept where I'm going?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is reaching the older guys like ourselves to step up to the plate and say, let me grab these little fire cats. Let me grab this cat. Let me grab that cat. What you call them need more
work. You on the
work.
same page I was on. So let me break it down like this real quick. I've been telling the homies this year, so I talked to a few cats about this. You know, yeah, a nigga let me go grab this nigga about this hood. I know, and this hood, I know he got some clout. But niggas is ready. You absolutely right. A lot of older cats is. Or you know, they ready because, you know, a nigga been through them trials and tribulations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But the problem is that we don't want them to have to get to where we at and be like, damn, I got him, you know, so many years left and I'm on this age now, but I understand, and then yeah, you know, so yeah, we want to reach them young to give them a chance. That would be unselfish of us.
Right.
You know, my voice is heard a lot of places. I just wasn't using it right. You know what I mean?
Well, you on the right page now. You definitely on the right page.
That's what I'm getting at. I appreciate that, homie.
You definitely on the right page.
You know, and here's the crazy part because you know, a nigga turn up is real. I activate fast, so I have to try to keep that part of me put up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's the hard part.
And it's really not. It just gets frustrating at times because I can't. Because if it wasn't, I'd be already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd be already been, you know, fucked off, fucked mine off, or fuck something. You know, so not just in ears, just constantly anywhere. So a nigga know how to contain it. You know, and we have to. We have to. You know what I'm saying? You have to. And not just in jail, you know, on the streets, you have to, because they can land you in here. You know?
Right.
But I say this and I can't stress it enough, the fight that we in. See, it's not one area. That's what niggas get it tough. Yeah, niggas gotta start. No, it's the whole, you know, we have to change the mind frame, the way of the thinking of the youth and of the black man.
Right.
We have to change that. That has to change. If you don't understand that we in a fight and we in war, then you lost. And there's no way that you can connect with the real to be able to bring up on a change, bro. I couldn't even talk to you. I'll be looking at motherfucker like, yeah, okay, he lost. Yeah, okay. She bird here, he a bird here. You know, I ain't gonna hear shit. Fuck, I'm gonna waste my breath even trying to tell you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When a nigga try, thanks, boy. When a nigga try, I gotta get into a conversation with you. Okay, now I'm willing to get tired of you, but then after I did it, no, I can't do it. This nigga ain't listening.
This call is being recorded.
So what's next for Stretch?
This sad part, it ain't even their fault. Say that one more time. What's next for who?
For you, Stretch.
Well, the first thing is I gotta get this case up off me.
Okay.
Incorporated with getting my daughter up out the system. I'm not ashamed to say it. Hold on real quick, big dog.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
Right.
So, you know, we have to get get as many of the young cats to think how you and I are talking about now. You know, we need to install that into them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they can have a better future, and then they can have a change and be, you know, in a better position in this world. You know. You know.
Right.
Look at the stigma, man. Everywhere got a ghetto. From the East Coast to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And niggas is struggling, niggas is living in shitholes. And don't nobody understand, you understand, how to break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to do it is to fuck with the babies. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
I got you on that. That's facts.
You know?
Well,
you feel me? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or nothing, dog.
Well, I think if people like yourself, myself, and all these other guys that made it out and got a different mindset, I think we can. It's gonna take time, but I think it's worth it. I think we the life we lived and how we lived it, I think we owed it to the youth to try at least. I truly believe that. And let great minds come together and let. No, you laughing, but everything you have said, you basically saying I owed it to the little homies. I owe it to the youth. I owe it to the kids. Unless I'm wrong. Is you not saying that?
This call is being recorded.
Come on, Stretch, talk to me. Is that not what you're saying? That's not what you're saying? It's okay. Come on now, Stretch. What you laughing at, man? Woo! Tell me I'm wrong. Come on, tell me I'm wrong. You talking about, let's keep it 100. Tell me I'm wrong. How can we not have this conversation and not speak on the young cats? That we owe it to the younger cats, just guidance. Just keeping it 100 with them and tell them that this is not what you want to do. This is not how you want to live. It's either or. In the situation we live in, it's either or. Is the rest of your life in the penitentiary or being killed on the streets? Am I right or wrong? I don't know what happened to his phone. Stretch, can you hear me? All right, everybody. On that note, we're going to try to get Stretch back on here at a later time and continue.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, he's sure. Stretch. And continue this conversation at a later time. And, you know, hopefully I can be back tomorrow and discuss the things that happen in Stockton and all the other things that's going on. So on that one, I'm going to say peace out. Thank everybody for tuning in and watching. Hit that like button. And in a minute, let's keep it 100. I'm out.